Matthew chapter 8. Now when he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. And lo, there came a leper, and worshipped him, saying, Master, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus, putting forth his hand, touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. Then Jesus said unto him, See thou tell no man, but go and show thyself unto the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded, for a witness to them. When Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and said, Master, my servant lieth sick at home of the palsy, and is grievously pained. And Jesus said unto him, I will come and heal him. But the centurion answered, saying, Master, I am not worthy that thou shouldst come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man also under authority of another, and have soldiers under me. And I say to one, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh. And to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard that, he marveled, and said to them that followed him, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, even in Israel. But I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. And the children of the kingdom shall be cast out unto utter darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it unto thee. And his servant was healed the same hour. And when Jesus came to Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid down and sick of a fever. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her. So she arose and ministered unto them. When the even was come, they brought unto him many that were possessed with devils. And he cast out the spirits with his word, and healed all that were sick, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, He took our infirmities and bare our sicknesses. And when Jesus saw great multitudes of people about him, he commanded them to go over the water. Then came there a certain scribe, and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. But Jesus said unto him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of heaven have nests, but the Son of Man hath not whereon to lay his head. And another of his disciples said unto him, Master, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Jesus said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury the dead. And when he was entered into the ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, so that the ship was covered with waves, but he was asleep. Then his disciples came and awoke him, saying, Master, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and so there was a great calm. And the men marveled, saying, What man is this, that both the winds and the sea obey him? And when he was come to the other side, into the country of the Gerasenes, there met him two possessed with devils, which came out of the graves, very fierce, so that no man might go by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, Jesus, Son of God, what have we to do with thee? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? Now there was afar off from them a great herd of swine feeding. And the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go into the herd of swine. And he said unto them, Go. And they went out and departed into the herd of swine. And behold, the whole herd of swine ran headlong into the sea, and died in the water. Then the herdsmen fled. When they were come into the city, they told all things, and what was become of them that were possessed with the devils. And behold, all the city came out to meet Jesus. And when they saw him, they besought him to depart out of their coasts. Matthew chapter 9. Then he entered into a ship, and passed over, and came into his own city. And lo, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, laid on a bed. And Jesus, seeing their faith, saith to the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good comfort, thy sins are forgiven thee. And behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemeth. But when Jesus saw their thoughts, he said, Wherefore think ye evil things in your heart? For whether it is easier to say, Thy sins are forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk? and that ye may know that the Son of Man hath authority in earth to forgive sins. Then said he unto the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go to thine house. And he arose, and departed to his own house. So when the multitude saw it, they marveled, and glorified God, which had given such authority to men. And as Jesus passed forth from thence, he saw a man sitting at the custom, named Matthew, and said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in his own house, behold, many publicans and sinners came thither, and sat down at the table with Jesus and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw that, they said to his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? Now when Jesus heard it, he said unto them, The whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what this is. I will have mercy, and not sacrifice. For I am not come to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. Then came the disciples of John to him, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, and thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the marriage chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then they shall fast. Moreover, no man pieceth an old garment with a piece of new cloth, for that should fill it up taketh away from the garment, and the breach is worse. Neither do they put new wine into old vessels, for then the vessels would break, and the wine would be spilt, and the vessels would perish. But they put new wine into new vessels, and so are both preserved. While he thus spake unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler, and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is now deceased, but come and lay thine hand on her, and she shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him with his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him, and touched the hem of his garment. For she said in herself, If I may touch but his garment only, I shall be whole. Then Jesus turned him about, and seeing her did say, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith had made thee whole. And the woman was made whole at that same moment. Now when Jesus came into the ruler's house, and saw the minstrels and the multitude making noise, he saith unto them, Get you hence, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. And when the multitudes were put forth, he went in, and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And this went throughout all the land. And as Jesus departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying and saying, O Son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind came to him. And Jesus said unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened. And Jesus gave them great charge, saying, See that no man know it. But when they were departed, they spread abroad his fame throughout all the land. And as they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man, possessed with a devil. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake. Then the multitude marveled, saying, The like has never been seen in Israel. But the Pharisees said, He casteth out devils through the prince of devils. And Jesus went about all cities and towns, teaching in their synagogues, and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitude, he had compassion upon them, because they were dispersed and scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. Then said he to his disciples, Surely the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. Wherefore pray the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest. Matthew chapter 10. And he called his 12 disciples unto him, and gave them power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal every sickness, and every disease. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first is Simon, called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew that publican, James the son of Alphaeus, Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 did Jesus send forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into the cities of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise up the dead, cast out the devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Possess not gold, nor silver, nor money in your girdles, nor a scrip for the journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor a staff, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall come, inquire who is worthy in it, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into an house, salute, saying, And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or that city, shake off the dust of your feet. Truly I say unto you, it shall be easier for them in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Behold, I send you as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and innocent as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought to the governors and kings for my sake, in witness to them, and to the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given to you in that same hour what ye shall say. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and the children shall rise against their parents, and shall cause them to die. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. And when they persecute you in this city, flee unto another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not go over all the cities of Israel, till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciple to be as his master is, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more them of his household? Fear them not therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be disclosed, nor hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in the light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye on the houses. And fear ye not them which killeth the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall to the ground without your Father? Yea, and all the hairs of your head are numbered. Fear ye not therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to send peace into the earth, but the sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that will find his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive the reward of a righteous man. And whosoever shall give unto one of these little ones to drink a cup of cold water only, in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward.